was admitted into the Nigerian Law School under the name Benjamin Okezie Kalu before effecting a change of name 3 times actually, as he has changed his name, solemnly declared in April 23, 2010 that he was not and will not engage in employment or participate in NYSC during his course of study. From available records, he swore as follows: I, Mr. Benjamin Okezie of 76 Factory Road, Umuahia, Abia State, hereby declare on my honor that I am and will not be engaged in any employment or serve in the National Youth Service Corps during the period of my course at the Nigerian Law School. Gentlemen of the press, if he swore on oath twice, the germane question is, how did he come by the NYSC discharge certificate number A001773067, allegedly issued on March 8, 2011, and at the same time of March 9, 2010 to March 8, 2011, when he was supposedly at the law school. Only one of 2 scenarios can apply. Either he did not participate fully in the NYSC service year, or he never attended the Nigerian Law School to qualify him to be enrolled into the bar. It is this reason we demand for clarity and accountability from the Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Kalu himself. The National Youth Service Corps, we also demand clarity from them, and the Nigerian Law School and the Council of Legal Education. All these people must come clean so that there will be no ambiguity as to the matter at hand. It is a tried matter that no individual is bigger or more important than the laws of our country. You agree with me? Especially the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. For too long have we allowed people with tainted records to occupy high and important offices. We will remind you of our recent history where ministers have been forced to resign, judges have been sanctioned and sent packing over their indiscretions and abuse of records. Professors have been dismissed from their posts for falsifying records and engaging in plagiarism. So it doesn't matter whether anybody is a number 6 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our prayers are very simple. 1, let Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie Kalu step aside pending the determination of these allegations. He occupies too grave an office for any tent to be associated with the occupant. You agree with me? Nigeria is an important country in the Committee of Nations, not just in the continent, but across the world, and should not have individuals with any semblance of questionable character occupying such an office. Secondly, let the NYSC, the National Youth Service Corps, come clean on Mr. Kalu's service year. Of Mr. Kalu's service year record. Did he actually participate in the compulsory national service? If yes, how? If not, how did it come about the discharge certificate he possesses? The Nigerian Law School and Council of Legal Education should avail the public of their records, showing the full participation of Mr. Kalu in over 70% of activities as required by its rules. And if in breach of the oath, his call to birth certificate should be withdrawn forward, as it falls short of the high demands of probity, truthfulness, and fidelity to the law as expected of law practitioners. At present, a senior lawyer of the Tally Shally fame is facing his day in court as it ought to. So, this is no exception. Mr. Kalu himself should demonstrate the moral high grounds by showing proof that he actually didn't continue both programs simultaneously. And if he didn't, should explain the certificates he possesses. He's a high-ranking officer, the number 6 man in the country. So we expect so that these things will not be inundated with the news of this and all that. He himself, as a high-ranking principal officer of the National Assembly, should come out very, very clean. Gentlemen of the press, we are duty-bound to demand of those we call our leaders the highest probity. To expect less is to set a dangerous example for the youth of this country. It is common for us all to tell the younger ones not to cheat, to obey the law and work hard, but it is easy to condone those who, by alleged crookery, ascend the pegs of power. No, we should be intolerant towards such characters. Finally, we are committed to following this to the latter and will occupy